When you think of Kareem Campbell, one of the first things that comes to mind is his signature trick, the Ghetto bird. Now, I already made a video about what that trick is exactly, and one thing I noticed in my research is that he wasn't actually the first one to do it. So did he steal the trick? Let's take a look and figure it out. So there are a few issues we need to figure out before we can answer this question. First, when did Kareem do the trick first? This is actually a pretty hard question to answer, as you'll see. So if you look up Ghetto bird on YouTube, you'll usually see this very low quality version, and it's taken from his ending video on Tony Hawk 1. If you dig a little deeper, you'll find this version. Listen close and you'll notice the intro music from 411 Video Magazine. So I went back and I watched the intro to every 411 I could find on YouTube until I finally found it here in issue number 30, which covers September and October 1998. The clip could be a little bit earlier, but probably not by too much. Now it looks like it's shot at Woodward. I'm not sure, those might be ads. And that's a little strange. You see, Campbell talks about the first time he landed the Ghetto bird in an interview. He said that it was at a contest at Radlands Skate Park in England, not at Woodward. Radlands looks like this, so it's definitely not the same as the clip that everyone has seen before. Unfortunately, Radlands was a really popular skate park in the 90s, and there were tons of contests there. Narrowing it down is going to be difficult. Another thing he mentioned is that Rodney Mullen was there with him, and he told him not to do the trick and to just stick to his lines. But here's the weird thing. Rodney Mullen never competed in street competitions. I haven't seen any footage of him at demos at Radlands either, and every last frame of Rodney Mullen footage is very well documented. He's one of the most popular skateboarders in the world. So when did this actually happen? It's not entirely unlikely that Mullen and Campbell were traveling together as part of a team tour, and Mullen was just attending the contest without entering. But if that's the case, that must have happened when they were on World Industries together around 93 to 96. Kareem wasn't doing nollie hardflips yet in 93, as you can see in his New World Order part, but it's possible that he did it around the end of that period. But he had quite a few video appearances in 1996. You'd think he'd show off his signature trick in at least one of them. Honestly, I think he's just misremembering the details and that he only did it this one time, around September 98. And that would go along with his claim of this being the craziest thing he ever did. You don't really say that about something you did more than once. If he did it before that, it was probably around 1996. Now on the other hand, here's Rob Carlyon, a small-time am. You see, back in the day, 411 magazine would feature a few up-and-coming skaters in their mini-feature called Wheels of Fortune. Here he is in their very first issue, which covered spring 1993. And this being the first issue, the footage could potentially be significantly older than that, maybe even spanning into 92. Anyway, here he is with a Ghetto bird. Alright, so the second issue is, was that really a Ghetto bird? Now, I made a whole video about what the trick is, and to put it simply, it's a nollie hardflip late backside 180. Luckily, both skaters are regular and both are doing it on a bank, so it should be a simple apples to apples comparison. But check out that video for a more thorough discussion. Okay, so Rob rolls up, he does the nollie hardflip, and the board bounces a little bit. Then he catches it pretty much straight, lands just shy of 90 degrees, and pivots out the rest. Now here's Kareem's again. He rolls up, pops a huge nollie hardflip, catches it straight, then starts a late 180, landing just shy of 90 degrees, then slides out a few more degrees and kick turns. His is a lot cleaner, but that's not really the point. Here they are again, side by side. I don't see much difference. If Kareem set this in a game of skate and Rob came back with that, there's no doubt it would have counted as a match. But just because some am did it first doesn't mean that Kareem stole it, right? That's true, and that's our third issue. You see, there's really no way to know this for sure, but Kareem is actually featured in that same issue of 411 during the footage of the Brick contest in New Jersey. Now, I don't know about you or Kareem, but if I was featured in a new magazine in a new format, I would probably watch it. And it was released on VHS, so it's not like he could just jump to the contest footage part that easily. I'd say it's very likely that he watched this video. Now, I reached out to Kareem and to Rob, and unsurprisingly, I didn't get an answer from either of them in any way. But did Kareem Campbell steal the trick that he is most well known for? It's impossible to say for sure, but my theory is that he saw the trick years before, and then when he later got really good at nollie hard flips, he was inspired by what was actually a memory. So more of a subconscious plagiarism than an actual theft. Well, that's all for this time. Do you know about any more unsung heroes in skateboard history who deserve a shout out? Or anybody who gets maybe a little bit too much credit? Tell me about them in the comments. I'd love to feature them in an upcoming video. Until then, here's some more recent videos that you might like. Thanks for watching.